text our viewer.
Gary might watch today. Who knows?
I don't know if that thing's on. Nope, didn't turn it on yet. What's our problem, child? Is this stupid thing?
What's on there?
Give me. Oh, let's go.
Here we go.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta get buzzing. Record. Let's go. Our 4 cents.
Hey, season finale, baby.
It is. It is the season finale.
We've done it. We've gotten to the end.
Yeah.
Welcome back, forecasters.
The video
I'm
already
Andy.
went. The video already went. I'm Zach.
Oh, let's not even worry about that.
No, it's a good photo of us.
Nice. Yeah, we'll keep that going the way it is.
Yeah, because
I think it really messed us up last week too.
it messed our flow.
Yeah. So let's just avoid it. We'll deal with that another time. Maybe next season. Who knows?
Yeah. There you go. We'll figure it out by
Well,
next
2
year.
weeks from now.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the wraparound season starts that quickly.
Yeah, they only get December off.
Oh, is that right? Okay, So I thought the Ryder Cup was going to be the next event.
Nope.
Wow,
Wrong.
that is something. We should talk about the Ryder Cup today after we congratulate Patrick Cantlay and talk about the Tour Championship at East Lake
But yeah, so we hit the quarter century mark.
for 25 episodes.
25.
Yeah, that's right.
Cantley, more like Cannily. Yeah, you know what I'm saying there? He
Yeah,
hit the
he
one
did
point.
it.
He did hit the 1.5% of a billion mark.
That's how you're gonna do
Yep.
it. I mean, yeah. Plus, he won last week. So that was a nice little payday as well. That guy's making nearly $20 million in 2 weeks span. That's very impressive.
Oh yeah.
Which was even more impressive to me was how subdued he was when he did it. It seemed like he wasn't even excited. It wasn't even a big deal to him.
No.
I can't explain why that was.
It was pretty shocking.
It could just be his, personality and like his way of being. But
Yeah, it's just how he rolls.
I imagine some people are gonna really have a huge celebration at
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah.
He didn't even let Rom finish out before he did his tap in.
Right.
So it was over before Rom even finished. I felt that to be a little strange.
I thought it was all very strange. The whole finish was just like, even the crowd was like, "Woo!"
I saw photographers not on their mark, not ready to take a picture of him when he was tapping in the final one. Like people just like didn't care. Suddenly, it was very strange for a tour championship. And
It was
finishing
very
hole.
tame. It was so tame. It was like annoyingly tame.
Yeah, and it had an opportunity for a big moment too, with it finishing on a par 5. Rom had a beauty going in there. It just didn't bite for him. Like it just trickled off the back a little bit.
Yeah, and even his that shot was awesome.
It was really good. And then Cantley has to come in and just
Also
hit
hit
a
a great
spectacular one. So like it made it
Right.
not as exciting anymore.
And then
But still cool.
And then Rom's chip was awesome too. Like that had a pretty good.
It had a look. Yeah,
Yeah.
It took a peek there. Had
So
a
it
chance.
made it exciting, but then
Right.
after that, it was just like, all right,
And it's
well.
over. That's all it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't expect every tournament to end dramatically.
That's true. You just
they
would
just had a
like
6-hole playoff in the previous one.
right. I think that was the more exciting version of the finale. Like
Yeah.
I think that would have been the finale everyone would have wanted.
Right. I was pretty surprised that Rom didn't come back. I
Yeah,
had
I was-
him the whole time. I figured.
you did.
For weeks, I was saying it was going to be him, and he was in a position where he could have taken it.
What-
They played together
Oh,
3 days in a row, and
Yeah.
he just didn't make his move.
he did though at some point.
He made attempts, and then Cantley he played so solidly.
Right.
He never really let up.
But
Just
not
such great putting in his final 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
That's really what did it for him.
well. Rom and Kevin Knott were lowest scores to par for the week.
Right. That's why Patrick Cantley had to be very thrilled about the format.
Oh, for
Otherwise,
sure.
he doesn't win it.
No chance.
You know.
Yeah, because they were at 14 under.
Right. And well, Ron would have taken it because the old format, anyone in the top 5 going in,
Yeah.
if they win the Tour Championship, they win the FedEx Cup.
Right.
That would have
actually
been the
would have been.
situation.
That would have been interesting because, well, I don't know if it would have changed a lot because Na and Ram would have potentially been playing together, or I don't know where
Right,
everyone
yeah.
would have lined up, but
Yeah,
it
you can
would-
always look back and say,
But that could have been an interesting playoff
sure.
because Na winning may have let someone else win, but Ram winning would have won it for Ram if they were in a playoff together. So like someone else would have been rooting for Kevin Na to win
Exactly, yeah.
because he could have won the event and not won the 15 mil.
Yeah, see, that's why I think it's good that they changed the format, because that was a little strange how they would have 2 separate winners, essentially, in
Right.
certain years.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like
I'm a
what they've
fan.
done with it. It's a tough decision to make, and it's hard to get the correct format that everyone's going to be happy with, but, like, you got to just make your adjustments.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Na, he had a really good Sunday. It was pretty lucrative for him because he jumped up some spots,
Yeah.
and, there were some big jumps in prize money in between.
Oh yeah.
3rd and 4th place, or there's multi-million dollars for certain jumps.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Now, regrettably for Kevin Na, he lost his other record that he held at East Lake.
Was that Neiman?
Steeman Joachim Neiman
Yeah.
was cruising around the course.
Actually,
Beat his record by 5 minutes. Let's just put it right up there.
Yeah.
Worst score.
worse, and he ended up with the worst score. He was out there by himself.
He's our trophy winner for the weekend, and I just love what he did with it. He came in 29th. 30th was Brooks Koepka, who withdrew. Still got $400,000.
Yeah, 405.
Well, that was Neiman got $405,000.
Oh, yeah.
So there was only a $5,000 gap between 30th place and 29th place.
So might as well get it over with as fast as possible.
Yeah, Koepka wasn't in a position where he could have done anything. I think he really screwed up his wrist on that route that he hit.
Mhm.
Looked pretty nasty.
Yeah.
But back to Neiman, he.
The Chilean,
Oh right, yeah.
big amateur career.
He's he's won over 5 million or 4 or 5 million in his career.
Yeah.
So-
Going back to Cantley real quick.
Okay.
He won more on Sunday than he won in all of his previous career combined.
Oh sure. Well, yeah,
14 mil, and then he just won 15.
yeah. It's incredible. So
right, sorry.
it's amazing how subdued he was. As I said, like just nonchalant. Very
Thanks.
mild mannered.
Yeah, I've watched some interviews that he's had after, and I was like, I like him.
Oh, he had a really good interview regarding the hecklers with Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, right in here.
Oh yeah, this was we'll get back to Neiman.
Okay.
But this was I really liked what I read about Patrick Cantley's response regarding the heckling and all that. He was saying, it's unfortunate that people get that way. And he elaborated on this much better than I'm going to right now, but essentially one of his points that he made was how social media presence is a big issue with that. It's a problem because people hide behind the anonymity of the internet, and then that bleeds into reality, like actual life. So eventually people are going to start doing these stupid things that they have been doing. But also in regard to that, he was saying how Bryson DeChambeau, he's one of those guys that is seeking attention, and he's he might have more of a presence on social media and in advertisements and like all that kind of stuff, and he puts himself in that realm.
Oh, for
So
sure.
when he does that, people take it upon themselves to say, oh, well, if he's, acknowledging us, or if he's, opening himself up to that world, then it's fine for us to come back with our, yelling and heckling and all that kind of stuff. So he's not saying it's Bryson's fault, but the players who embrace the social media more so are going to see more of the reactions than the people who stay quiet and don't put themselves in that world.
Right. You're almost not giving people ammo to
Correct.
use against you.
You're right. That's how it is. You're giving people ammo. And he was saying, 98% of people like you. That still leaves that 2%. And you have, 10,000 people in a crowd surrounding a 18th hole or what have you, like, or in a playoff.
Yeah.
That leaves 200 people that don't like you. And out of those people, how many are going to be the ones that take it upon themselves to yell and be abusive and that kind of stuff? And be a jerk.
Yeah. Have enough alcohol in your system. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he even mentioned that. Like, yeah, who's going to have, if you have some drinks in you, like your inhibitions are gone, you're going to feel like, people want to hear what I have to say. I want to impress this person next to me. Right. So, like...
Just like us. Like, people want to listen to us, apparently.
Oh, right, exactly. So it's like, we're not shouting in people's faces. The forecasters come here if they want to.
That's true.
We're not like Jehovah's Witnesses going door to door and telling people how to believe.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe they'll get us
bump up the
viewership, the listener count.
Yeah, forced listeners, yeah. Hey, 2022. It's
big
coming.
year for us.
It's coming.
It's going to be a big year for us.
So yeah, Cantlay went into other little aspects too, and yeah, if you can look it up, it was a good response. And like one reporter actually thought he may have been reading off of a response that his was previously
that's
written
funny.
down, and he's like, no, I mean, do you see any prompters around here? I'm not reading this. But
he's good.
Yeah, he's just he's well spoken and he's collected. So that's one thing I like about Patrick Cantlay.
Yeah, and I liked when they were talking about him using the he was talking about Tiger, how Tiger would be in a trance state for like a shot, and he would get himself in that zone. Yeah, they
incorporated that into the game,
right?
And I didn't even play a lot of Tiger Woods on.
Oh, the game. The game.
No, there was like the Tiger Vision,
Yeah,
They incorporated that in there.
And Cantlay was talking about how Tiger would do it, and then he would get really animated when he would make a shot.
Sure.
And it would snap him out of that.
Okay.
But he would go right back into it for the next shot.
Yeah, when he needed to.
And for Cantlay, he said it was too difficult to actually for him to like go in and out of it. So he's like, well, I'm just gonna stay in it.
Okay.
So that's why he seems very subdued all the time.
Sure.
He was just like, he's just like blocking everything out.
See, that seems like it would be exhausting. Like you would have to like put a lot of energy into all of that.
Yeah.
Until it starts coming naturally to you.
Yeah. And I remember Jason Day back in the day. Yeah. He would do that eye flicker. I don't know if you ever saw him. His eyes would like flutter.
Yeah.
And essentially that was like trying to like snap him into a zone.
Jeez.
And so, yeah, it was like a bunch of random techniques and things that people do, like meditation, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
breathing techniques, you know, like. And I mean, my buddy talked to me about spinal adjustments and like making sure he's like in the right posture and that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't disagree with it.
If you want to recreate a shot, you have to do everything the same, kind of.
We're not robots.
Yeah.
So you have to.
I feel like if you bowl a 300, you kind of have to feel robotic in a way.
I agree with that.
Like it's like you
Even
want
golf.
the same exact one every time. Golf is different shots. Like,
yes, there's a lot of different.
Every strike is essentially the same.
Yes. Yes, you could in bowling.
It's like little variations. I mean, if you're bringing like quantum mechanics into that kind of stuff, they're all different, of course. But like they're all positioned pretty much the same.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
But I just like the.
I
want
to hear from someone who doesn't agree with that.
Yeah,
that's a conversation I'd like to have.
That's true. I think that's something. Actually, I think Bryson could benefit from that, going more into like the mental side of the game, because he's like very much on the physical side of the game.
That is going to be his next big hurdle, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I definitely think he has not struggled with it, but it's like the thing that could amplify his game to a different level.
Yes,
and I also think his wedges.
Yeah,
his wedge game. I think that would be my guess, is that it would be that he's gonna switch to not one length wedges.
Huh.
That's my guess.
Okay, yeah, he might have the wedges might be shorter than the rest. But his 4 through 7 or 8 or 9 might still be the same.
Even like the regular wedge.
Right, but just as
like a sand wedge.
Correct. Yeah.
Like something to add that little bit of touch for him.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the one thing
it might be a good move for him, but
I don't know. I'm not him.
We'll have to. Yeah, exactly. We'll have to see. So back to Neiman.
Neiman. Hey, Neiman.
Back to Neiman.
The big trophy.
yeah.
This is the best trophy.
I like this. Like it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch when Kevin Na did it years ago.
Yeah.
And they also don't even hold the record of fastest 18 because that's been done in like an hour 36. I forget by who. Maybe Wesley Bryan.
Oh, yeah, someone like that. He used to do the trick shot. Was it one of the trick shot brothers?
I can't say.
I'm pretty sure it was one of them, but I think you're right.
Yeah, so I think he must have been cruising on a particular round where he was probably playing by himself. I mean, if you're going to try and do this, you have to be playing by himself, and that's where Neiman was, being that Brooks Koepka withdrew from the tournament. So he started kind of quickly, but he wasn't full blown into it. In fact, I think I read that he double bogeyed like the 8th or 9th hole. I think it was the 8th. And he said it felt like it played 20 minutes and almost thought he like took himself out of it. But through 9 holes, someone yelled out to him, "Hey, you did it at 105," which means he was just a couple minutes behind the pace. And that's when he turned it on. And he was they prepared for it too. Like they knew the night going ahead of time. His caddy emptied out the bag.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
and instead of the regular 9 balls, he only put 3 in there, so he got rid of a half a dozen balls. I don't know how much time that's going to save you.
I think it's just gonna save the caddy more than anything.
Right? Yeah, because he wasn't a particularly slim guy.
Right, and I think that's got to be the worst on the caddy.
Oh, it probably does.
I mean,
well,
maybe
I think Neiman also said too, like there's the kids that are helping out, and they have the scores.
Oh yeah,
and he was saying to him, it's going to be a quick one on the back 9 here, just warning the kid. And I think he was, excited for it.
They have those little sliders,
yeah,
and,
and
it's just like bopping around. He's like losing numbers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Just at the end of it, it's just man.
Yeah, it's like
lost the knee.
Yeah. He even got a birdie there on the 15th. I think saved him on a tough par 3 too.
Yeah, I feel like the par 3s would be kind of nice. You're like, all right, just have to one good shot.
Just got to get it on.
Yeah,
because you're adding a lot of time by having to do the chip and
grabbing a different club. Like the caddy could just leave, go to the next hole.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or if it's like a back and forth, you'd be like, here's your putter. I'll 4 caddy.
Right.
I'll stand out here at 300 yards and wait for the ball to show up.
Right.
I'll throw a club over to it and just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really serious about it, you can shave off some serious seconds.
Oh yeah.
But so he was cruising on the back, and he won by, 5 minutes there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, $153. All right, well, maybe $154 because I think Na did it in an hour 59, like just under the wire of a 2-hour round.
I wonder what the fastest. So that's single. Wonder what the fastest 2-person.
Yeah, I wonder.
On tour, or like 3 or 4. Like however many they stick together for a round. Yeah. Like I wonder what the records are for.
I can't imagine anyone's like tried to do that during an actual event.
But I feel like if you get a good group,
it could be fun. Yeah,
for a day
if you're the first group out,
especially on a day like that where you're like, all right, well, we're not gonna win. We're not winning 15 mil.
Yeah.
The chances of us getting from like 400,000 to 500,000 are like, we're not looking good. All right, let's book it.
Yeah. There was one of the announcers or like a former player, I forget who it was discouraging the whole thing with Neiman too. And he was saying how, like, if he went out there and tried, he could have, earned himself a heck of a lot more money or whatever. And
who cares?
Yeah, I mean, Neiman's made like, 5 to 10 million in his career. Around there, I'm gonna.
He's
guess.
Only been playing a couple years on tour.
Well, yeah, maybe like only like 4 million or something like that.
Well, he's got 1 win at the Greenbrier.
Yeah,
and then he hasn't played great in majors.
No,
but still,
yeah. And like, if he had gone 6 under, shot like a 64, he would have jumped up. Maybe to the 20th. He's getting 500,000. He got 405,000. That $100,000 to me or you, it would be a big difference.
Yep.
But to someone who, can make that in
literally a weekend.
Right. Yeah. Like it wasn't that big of a deal, and he wasn't like, I don't know. He wasn't disrespecting the game, which is actually funny because that was brought up to him. One of the head of the tour or one of the rules officials or somebody high up came up to him afterwards and was like, so like, I got news for you. Like that was like, you really disrespected the tour championship and like the other players, and you're going to be fined like $10,000 for this behavior. And Neiman was just like aghast, you know. He was like, "Oh my god!" He was like, he was about to say something. And the guy was like, "No, I'm just messing with you."
Oh, that's so good.
So he didn't even get a chance to be upset, but like, he was like, "Oh, you're." Like, he got him good, I think.
Yeah,
Because
I was gonna say that's like the exact opposite. Like we need everyone to play that fast.
right,
Pick
you want
it
to
up.
have some fun out there, you know. Like, yes, you do want people to be respectful. How we were talking about last week with like the fans and heckling and all that kind of stuff. And like Shooter McGavin like getting all upset on the greens when he gets hit by like a beach ball. You don't want that happening.
Right.
But as they were telling McGavin, like Happy's good for the tour.
Right.
He's bringing fans in. You know, some of them might not be the fans that you want, but like you want a younger crowd to be interested in the sport. You don't want it to die off like the way it is with baseball.
Baseball is. I can't stand baseball.
I still love baseball, but I don't watch it as regularly as I used to.
Yeah. Well, you need a baseball podcast.
Yeah.
Then you'll be right back into it.
Yeah, I'll try and squeeze that in next year if I can.
Yeah. There's a lot more storylines in that too.
Oh, a hell of a lot more. But
There's
I'm
just
just
so
more
many
interested in golf.
Yeah. I think because you can't play like just like football and basketball, baseball, soccer. Like there's like a pretty short window of playing,
Oh yeah.
even recreationally.
Oh, I was having a conversation with a guy again, Mike Bloom. Shout out again. He's got some kids who are like wrestlers and like they're really good at that, but he's telling them to get into golf now, which they just started getting into because when you're in like your 50s and 60s, you don't get into these like you don't call your buddies for like a pickup wrestling match. It just does not happen. And golf is something you can do it into your late years. And you're not playing. I mean, you can play pickleball. We talked about that. Tennis is still good,
Yeah,
but
even those are tough. Like that's a lot of movement.
yeah,
I'm not saying you don't move and like put some strain on your body in golf,
Right.
but you could get away with it. You're not running anywhere.
no, and,
Like
but
tennis, pickleball, like you gotta make some hard movements there.
you do, yeah. But actually, that's how I think Nicholas got hurt recently.
Who, Jack?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. He was.
On the mend.
I think he was. He had a pickleball injury. I was just reading about. So it took him out for a little bit.
I'd be down with some pickleball.
Yeah, it is fun.
I'd love to play. I think I'd be.
Because he was playing that because his shoulder had been bothering him or something like that. So like his range of motion had been hindered, and pickleball you don't have any overhead shots. So you're low to the ground. You got these underhands all the time. So that was like a type of activity that was still working for him, and he got like caught like a scuff on the ground and just went down and like beat himself up.
Yeah.
Took a pretty hard fall, I think.
Yeah, when you're in your 80s, any fall's pretty
Yeah,
intense.
right.
I
But
feel like I'd be
good on him for getting out there and being active still.
I feel like I'd be decent at pickleball.
Oh yeah, I know that I'm good at pickleball.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah,
I was good. I was
my paddleball team in high school.
Yeah, right. We were talking about that.
Yeah,
but
the
I
Peach
was,
Cobbler.
Yeah, we were talking about. Well, I don't know if we've talked about but we used to play a lot of badminton
Yes.
at the Urbans.
Oh, good. Yeah, and you're still pronouncing it correctly. I like that.
Yeah. It was drilled into our heads by Pat.
Oh right. Yeah. You're right. It was drilled into our heads. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Pat Irvin. That's awesome.
100% chance you are not listening to this.
Yeah. No way. Oh,
But
but that's awesome. No,
Either way. And I was like, I don't think I'm quote unquote good at those,
You can handle your own though.
but I'm scrappy.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I will not give up.
Yes.
I will not let that shuttlecock hit the ground.
No, and I think you probably just based on those summers, we have more experience than the average person.
Oh, for sure.
Like
I'm not good at tennis. Like I can't serve, but like I'll run around like an idiot and make sure that I hit the ball over the net.
yes,
Like I don't care where it goes. I'll just keep hitting it over the net.
yeah, make them make the mistake.
Exactly.
Oh.
But after that, I got nothing.
Right,
I have no skills.
it's fine. That's fine. Well, that's a tough sport in itself. It's
Tennis?
really tough.
Tennis? Yeah.
Like to play at like a competitive level.
Oh, yeah.
And to look like you know what you're doing out there, that is very tough.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell we were going with all that.
Oh, it started with Neiman.
Yeah.
And it just kind of just went. I don't know what else. I have a couple of notes that I wanted to mention. I think Steeman Neiman was one of them.
Yeah. He was steaming.
Patrick Cantlay, I noticed that they mentioned he was number 1 in scrambling this season.
Which is
overall.
Cool. Yeah.
When you got 200 plus people in the field, and if you're going to win the Tour Championship, it's nice to see that he led in a category, and an important category to save a lot of pars, type thing.
Yeah. And then, who's your player of the year?
Oh, it's Rahm.
Still?
Yeah, just based on his issues that he went through with COVID, came back and got his first major. I think he was a multi-winner on tour this season.
Yeah.
He came in second place overall. He's number 1 overall right now. I trust him to be on my team more than Cantlay. Or anybody else for that matter. For the beginning of this show that we've been doing, it was always Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas, JT, was my guy for a while, and he certainly fell off. He showed signs of life in the Tour Championship there,
and he made it to the Tour Championship, so he was the top 30.
Anyone top 30 is pretty good in my book.
Yeah, you could pretty much trust them most of the time.
Yes, and you can make an argument for anyone in the top 10 that they could be a player of the year in some respect. But for me, it's got to be Rahm.
Yeah.
And I don't know. How about you?
Well, I think it's interesting because Cantlay had 4 wins. One of those, which I didn't realize.
4? Yeah, because he won the last
2.
Yeah.
And then one of them that he won was the one that Rahm got COVID.
He was out for? He was going to win that.
He was 100% going to win
so,
that.
you can take one of those away and give it to Rahm almost.
Right.
But you can't, though, because...
You can't.
The record books say something else. So I might have to turn back. I didn't realize he had 4 wins on tour this year.
Yeah.
That's a big year.
Yeah. But I still, to me, it was way... But I think that's just him, though. I think it was just so subtle.
Yeah. I wonder where that comes from. I mean, as you were saying about being in the zone.
Well, all right, so the little backstory was I don't remember the timing, but...
2016 is when his caddy and friend died.
Yeah, it was that. It was that whole...
And then he fell off after that because
he was hurt.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, he was...
Well, plus he
was actually injured, too.
Yeah, he had a broken vertebrae.
Yeah, he went through his issues.
Yeah, and I think that probably had a lot to do with it, is just your mindset changes of being
It would have to.
None of this matters.
Right. And when he was younger, he was known to be one of the up-and-comers. He was going to be something special.
Yeah.
And then he went through that shit. So maybe he's on his comeback tour right now. This could be the beginning of something serious.
Especially if you have that mindset.
Yeah.
That if you almost... This is a Mo Norman thing, was that it's it's a shot, it's a shot, it's a shot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant, and I think even Cantlay said it. He's if you have a 4-footer at the putt-putt course or a 4-footer at the Masters, it's still a 4-footer.
Right.
You're adding, it's the Masters.
Yeah.
You add that in yourself. It's just a 4-foot putt. What you do, what happens after is irrelevant. You hit the putt, you hit the putt.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I guess that's true.
And so having that mindset it makes you such a dangerous golfer.
Yeah.
Because you're just you're in your own space
exactly.
at that
and
point.
None of the circumstances matter. That is dangerous.
Right.
To the other.
Yeah, exactly.
Players. Yeah, that's a big advantage to have if you can.
And I almost think that's different than Tiger's perspective of, I'm gonna destroy you.
Right.
I think Tiger was in that mindset of I'm going to win no matter what.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you feel bad about how bad I'm beating you. Yeah.
Yeah. We're Patty Ice.
Patty Ice. Yeah, I can't believe we hadn't mentioned that yet.
Yeah, where Patty Ice is just stone cold,
It's
I'm
a good
just,
nickname for him because
it really is.
Yeah,
And then for it to end in Atlanta at East Lake,
that's pretty sweet. Yeah,
it was a good spot.
it's a good little story if you're looking for something like that.
Yeah. So all of that I thought was like
Yeah, that-
really, really good.
Yeah, the absence of nerves is pretty impressive. I heard a good quote from Lee Trevino regarding
Ooh.
nerves.
I like Lee.
Yeah,
Bring
why,
in some
why
Lee.
wouldn't you? You know, yeah, he was
Grizzly
saying-
Adams did have a beard.
Yeah, I heard he was saying something along the lines of like, yeah, it's $1 million putt, or like could have been like a $10 million putt, for example, from 15 million to 5 for first and second place for this.
Mhm.
So he's like saying like, oh, well, a $10 million putt that isn't when you're nervous. Like you're nervous over a $5 putt when you only have $2 in your pocket.
Yep. That's like his famous quote.
I think
That-
yeah. It's,
And even the last putt that Cantley took, which was probably like a foot.
oh right.
Imagine if someone just took you out onto a putting green and just put a ball down right there and go 10 mil.
A foot away?
Yeah.
I think I'm still making it.
I know I'm I'm
like,
pretty sure I'm
well,
going to
yeah.
make it. But think about how nervous you would be.
Yeah. You so nervous you probably aren't going to make it.
Exactly. That's the problem. Like
It's
think about
crazy.
how you're
Like, you might not be able to hold the club properly.
I would be shaking
Right.
100%. Or I would just be like, all right, whatever. And just
Whatever,
walk
put it
up
in.
and hit it.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself the time.
Yeah,
Just like, got it.
that is like you'll notice some people say like, oh yeah, you stood over that a long time, like like you thought about it too much, like type of thing on a putt. You don't want to be lightning fast, but you don't want to get stuck in your head.
No.
That's a problem that anyone could have, really.
Yeah. I know. I just thought that was really good.
Sure. Yeah, so we're on the turn now. That's good. I've got a big match coming up today. It's for first place in the league.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I like it.
last week of the league. So it's like a position situation we got going on. So 1 playing 2, 3 playing 4, 5 playing 6 type of deal.
All right.
So yeah, 1-2 we go off. It's
Are you 1 or 2?
I think we're 1. Overall, we have the most points, and we're tied for first. I think there's a 3-way tie for first place in the second half of the season, and each half winner gets a bye in the playoffs.
Did you win the first half?
We missed it
okay.
by a couple points. Then we played the winners the next week and slaughtered them. So we like jumped up in the standings, but like if we had played them the week previous, we would have won the first half. It was,
It hurts.
yeah, a lot of ifs and could-haves. Like we're not worried about it right now. We're just gonna have a good day out there today.
One shot at a time.
Yeah, got some beautiful weather going on in Northeast PA recently.
Yeah.
Great golf weather.
Like peaking at about 75.
Yeah, like really still, calm.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yeah, you get some nice like Simpsons clouds up in the sky. Just
Yeah.
bright blue sky with like these nice fluffy white clouds
Or
sporadically.
Or no clouds at all.
I don't like those days. I like to have some kind of
A little shadow
some kind of
every once
action
in a
up there.
while.
Yeah. So there's that.
All
I
right,
don't know
so-
if you want to talk about the Ryder Cup picks,
Well,
or it sounded like you
they're
want-
picking. Did they just pick them?
Yeah, they picked them just recently. Yeah,
Like a couple minutes ago? Because it'd be today.
I think it was like an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know who it was.
Strix picks.
The Strix picks.
They're coming in hot. I think it was like
That was probably the most radio voice I've had this whole time.
Yeah.
Strix picks.
that's like the morning
Yeah.
zoo type guy. Let's see. I think it was
Here on
Spieth.
107.5.
Spieth was on there. Shoffley.
Okay.
Uh,
Reed?
Scheffler. No, Reed got snubbed. Reed and Webb Simpson both got snubbed. Those were
I'm
the
okay
big
with
snubs.
Webb not being on there.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I
with
like
that too.
Webb. I like him, but he's not like a woo woo.
Yeah.
Like it's Ryder Cup.
Right now, Reed is big on that, but he was just battling like an ankle injury or something like that, plus the pneumonia. Like he came in 25th out of 30th at East Lake. So that doesn't give a whole lot of confidence to Stricker.
What about Morikawa?
I think he was
an auto
He must have been one of the autos already in.
because he was, I think, like second to last
Yeah.
in the tour or in the tour championship. So like last weekend he was last or second to last
Let's
or whatever.
see. Oh, Daniel Berger and Scotty Scheffler were the last two in.
Ooh, Berger.
Yeah.
He played well early because he was a lot of our.
Oh, it was, I'm sorry. It was Spieth, Finau,
Okay. good.
Shoffley, Harris English, Daniel Berger,
Oh, Harris
and
English.
Scheffler. Yes.
Harris was in the conversation for Player of the Year.
Is that right?
One of the four.
Huh.
It was Cantley, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Harris.
Really? I mean, Harris must have went under the radar for me.
Yeah, I think he's had a couple. He was no Keith Mitchell, but
But who is, though,
exactly.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the Ryder Cup. I'm disappointed that it's not the next tournament that we have to look forward to.
Yeah, it's the Fortinet Open, which, a.k.a. Formerly Safeway.
The Safeway, yeah.
Yeah.
Which we were wondering if it was like a grocery store or a bank or a...
Was it? It was grocery?
I think it ended up being a grocery store.
Yeah. Fortinet's like a security...
Yeah, that sounds... like
internet security type.
Yes, oh, God, that's a pretty apt name for them.
Yeah. Oh, so I got to bring this up because I thought it was hilarious. And I don't know if it's on... No, it's not here. So I was just like looking some stuff up for this, and there was an ad on the bottom, and I normally don't even pay attention to them, but it caught my eye. So, and I was just like,
well, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but this one got me. Usually, I could like really brush them off.
Sure.
But I had to investigate at least a little bit.
Okay.
And it was for Square's shoes.
Oh God, they're back.
Yeah, but not just any pair. They were signed. So you could like...
I thought they were going to be rectangles for a second, but...
no, you could... There was a thing where you could like sign up and have a chance to win the signed pair of Square shoes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Signed by Sir Nick Faldo.
Wow.
Obviously, he's the main spokesperson. And John Daly.
Really? Oh, he's looking for a check.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care what he's putting his name on, yeah.
Do you think he wears them?
No.
I don't think there's a chance John Daly wears them.
I've seen him, like, when he plays his home course, he plays barefoot.
Right. I don't need no Square shoes.
Yeah, barefoot, no shirt.
Yeah. And I also saw, this is not related to that at all, but I always, like, just because I have all of these, like, golf things on Instagram that I'll, like, scroll through, and I always see these, like, people that have these, like, oh, imagine being paired with this guy, and he's got this, like...
A crazy swing.
10-minute long pre-shot routine.
Yeah.
And it's always weird.
Right.
Like weird backswing, weird takeaway, like just it's beyond I can't think of the guy's name right now. Keegan Bradley.
Oh geez.
It's like well beyond Keegan Bradley's nuances.
No, like, these amateurs, like people that have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, you can't compare them, but
like the routines are wildly different, but they all have one thing in common. They all suck.
Yes.
Like they are so bad. Like you're like, this is gonna be terrible. Yeah. Not only does it take you 5 minutes to hit a ball, you don't even hit it far.
Right.
It's like right there. I could still see it. I could throw a ball further.
It blows me away that some of these people continue playing that way for years and years.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
And like I was down at the range last night, and I was thinking, I just for some reason like saw some people hitting. I was like, that's so weird. Like you just do this on repeat. I was like, no, I don't mean this in an offensive way, but like you're here all the time.
Work on doing it the right way.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Start over. Who cares? Like you're gonna be here every day. You're gonna hit balls every day. Do something else. Do something different. I'm not saying stop playing golf. But like figure something out. It's just one of those. And my totally not related...
I can see that being frustrating. I can see that.
And my totally not related to anything is, I think, this is a shout out to Home Depot and Lowe's.
Oh, yeah?
Because, we're doing house stuff.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So we're there.
Sure.
They need rulers in every aisle.
Do they actually have them?
No.
Or do they need them?
They need them.
And for what point?
Like, if you're ever there and you're like, oh, man, I need... like you have something in your pocket and you're like, oh, it's this big. And I'm like, I don't know how big this is. Like, I need a ruler.
But if you're buying the things, they usually have it on the packaging to tell you.
Right. I understand. But you have something like you got from your house.
Oh, okay.
Like a little handle or something.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
so you brought it with you, too.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I got to check this out.
You measure that shit before you get to the store.
Right. I don't want to.
All right. Well, okay.
Or you're like, wait, what is this? What is this size? Like, this is a weird size. They should just put rulers, little ones, just like a sticker on the wall. You could just be like, oh, it is this big.
Yeah, that's not that bad of an idea.
Thank you.
But I also do think that you should know how...
I agree. that we should know. But at the same time,
Like the world's getting too easy for people.
okay, that's
anymore.
not.
People aren't able to do anything anymore because everything's given to them.
It's too easy.
It's too easy. Like Google's
great,
has
though.
ruined that. You know, like every app that's in your phone. Like there's an app that you can point at a point in your house, and then to another point, and it will tell you the distance between those 2 points.
Yeah, I haven't used it. I
used
don't
it
think I
either,
actually
but
have
I know
it on
of
mine.
it. You know, like, and that's not even like that good of an example. There's other things that just like your conversion rates. There's no reason to learn centimeters to an inch anymore. Like that 2.12.
Oh, because
There's no need for that anymore.
you can just Google it.
Yeah. You just bring up your converter.
Right.
You put in what unit to which unit,
Yeah.
and bang. So, you know, it's a good thing, I guess, but it's also a bad thing.
So, what was I gonna... Oh, are you fantasy drafts
I just
done?
had one last night, yeah.
Good? How'd it go?
It was fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I went tight end heavy.
Did you? I picked 2 of them. I didn't get the one I wanted.
Who'd you want?
I guess you always want George Kittle or Travis Kelce. You know?
I got them both. I got a flex and I got a tight end, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, you must not have a very strong receiver or running back core because
Cooper, Higgins, Judy, Eckler, and Williams is and then I got my solid one, Pollard, for when Zeke goes down.
okay.
I have the
Inevitably, he'll get hurt.
Yep.
I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but
I know. I just saw him. It was like one of my last picks, and I was like, "Oh, he's still sitting around." I was like, "I'll wait for Zeke to get hurt."
Nice. For my last pick, I picked up Randall Cobb because he's back with the Packers,
Oh,
and I like his his connection with Aaron Rodgers. They like each other. They're
yeah, that's a good one.
yeah. Like I think Aaron was in Cobb's wedding.
Oh,
Pretty sure he was.
the connection.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy met Randall Cobb as well, and he's like our size.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just 1,000 times faster.
He's just an amazing athlete. Like, you know, like, well, he might think that you are as well, you know, like if he's into golf and
That's true.
and he sees you hit, like, he's like, wow, that guy's a good athlete, you know?
And then I'm looking at him like,
Holy shit, he's incredible, you know, like, it's just like, you know, different people have different types of qualities.
That's true.
I'm still looking for mine.
I'm waiting to figure out what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, my last pick was my favorite one because no one could beat a team with the Lord on your side. Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Oh my god.
He's not even on a team.
He got cut. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I just picked him up anyway.
He's on my team. He was my last. He
Right.
was actually the last pick in the draft.
Oh, cool. Oh, because you were 1?
I was 12.
Or you were 12.
12
okay.
and a snake.
Yeah.
So it was like pick 204 or
Oh,
something.
so your first picks were Kelce and Kittle.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
they
so.
definitely were because you weren't getting them at 24 and 25.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I actually have a pretty...
Or it wouldn't have even been 20. It would have been like, you know, I don't know which.
It was
pick.
way out there.
Yeah, it would have been a late pick.
Yeah. I got Dak, though. I'm hoping Dak
You know,
has a good
I
comeback.
find it strange that people don't go for the quarterbacks first. Because they're projected to get so many more points than your
That's
running
right.
backs and your receivers, you know?
Right,
Like,
I don't get it.
so, but there's like this thing that everyone just starts with the running backs.
Yeah, like you have to
Why
just
is
conform
that?
to
Why-
that.
Yeah, why is it that way?
Like,
you know?
why aren't you picking Mahomes first?
Yes. You know, I almost picked him for my, God, I want to say 3rd or 4th pick, you know, because I was towards the end. I think I was number 8 or number 9 in I think it was 9 in a 10-person league.
Okay. So you were late.
Yeah, so like I had a large gap between my 2nd and 3rd pick and my, you know, 5th and 6th pick or what have you.
Yeah.
So I think I wanted to get him with my 5th or 4th, and he went just beforehand. So then I was like, fuck it, I'm not even going to worry about getting the right quarterback. I'm going to continue with running backs, receivers.
Yep.
And then you just get whoever you get later on. Actually, I ended up with Tom Brady, which
Yeah.
is, you know, who knows?
Yeah. I got Mayfield as my backup.
Yeah.
But I'm always well, not always. I've only done it twice. but
Well, so it could be always then.
yeah, that's true. Kicker early. I go kicker early.
We don't even have kickers in our league.
Oh, I got Tucker. He's my boy.
Yeah. Kickers can make things frustrating and annoying, so we just got rid of it last year.
Oh man, I'm a big fan of Tucker.
Yeah. Oh, you should be. He's
clutch.
yeah.
All right, golf. Back nine.
Back nine, yeah. So
You're running out.
Do we even do this though? Like honestly, I can't even think more than a week out of. This is 2 weeks away. This tournament, you know, like I can't think of that.
Well, we're not gonna do one next week.
No, we're not. So let's just do like a brief synopsis because honestly, like I didn't even know it was happening. I thought we were gonna have to do this until. You know.
All right. Well, Stewie Sink. He was the one that won it last year.
Okay, yeah, he's our defending champ.
Yep. So
actually, you know what? Revert back to the front nine for a second. Let's just say how impressed we are with Stuart Sink this year to get back into the top 30 and be a part of that. His son is actually going to be going into was it Keegan? I think his kid's name. Maybe not Keegan, but something definitely close to that. If it's not Keegan, yeah, he's gonna go into I don't know some like business type thing. It's like, dude, just be a caddy. You're making tons of money doing this.
Just stand around, hang out with your dad,
hanging out. Yeah,
travel the world.
Hey, he probably just wants to do his own thing, and I'm sure he'll be successful. But God, after the year that they had,
oh man,
keep it going. You know,
give it one more year.
Give it another year. Yeah. But yeah, go on back to.
It's in Napa, California.
Okay, so wine country.
And I don't know where the fires are at right now, up in that general area. But I don't know if you remember from 2017, the images of right after the tournament finished, the course kind of got taken over by a little bit of the fire.
Nah.
Well, it was there.
Okay, shit.
I remember seeing the video. It was like literally hours after the tournament was over. There was like the grandstands were on fire.
Jesus.
It was pretty fucking intense.
Wow.
Let's see. It was a redesign by Robert Trent Jones in '66, and then they added the South course around that same time. So they have the North and the South. They're on the North.
Okay.
Something with an S. I forget the name of the course. Silverado. That's right.
It's a nice truck course, huh?
Silverado. There's like it's like Quicksilver mining or something.
Okay.
I guess
is that another name of a truck?
Quicksilver? No, that was a brand. That was like the skater.
I know there is that
surfing brand.
Yeah,
Quicksilver.
Yeah, they have that. I mean, there's other Quicksilvers.
But yeah, Silverado for sure.
Silverado is definitely a truck. Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
That one goes back.
Yeah, and currently no one's on the first tee. I'm on the live webcam of Silverado.
Well, yeah, they're not going to have many people playing at this time.
You can play this week.
They want to get into nice conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah,
you got a South course.
They don't have anyone playing this week.
No. You could go on the South course, though.
Yeah, people aren't going to be playing that until the Pro-Am. Or
That's true.
Practice rounds, I guess.
South course, no one's on the 18th. Anyone's on the putting green starter area, we could check that out real quick.
Nothing.
A couple people floating around. There's someone down there in the corner. But yeah. I was really hoping someone would be on the first tee.
Oh, yeah.
And watch them tee off. But
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap it up though. I got a
big scramble.
I got a scramble to play, and I got to loosen up before the big match.
You got to scramble before you scramble.
I'm scrambling. I'm already scrambling.
Scrambling. All right. Well, end of the season. I'm glad we started doing this, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a little upset we don't have the belt. But
yeah, that's not a tragedy. It's
no.
But it sucks.
Yeah.
We'll get it back next year. How about that?
All right. So slow down, move over. It's a law. And if you see something happening on the side of the road, slow down and move over. And if you cannot move over, slow way down, turn on your hazards. You could save a life. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next season.
Woo! 2021,